I'm looking through like the IMDb ratings of some episodes, and like there's some episodes that I think are really crappy but have a pretty high rating, and some episodes I really like that have a really low rating.
Is this one of them?
I have I have very little recollection of this episode, and I'm not looking. It's not something I'm, like, oh, I can't wait to watch this episode. I'm like, I can't wait till this episode's over.
Oh, I must have ahead of you. I got 4 beers next to me waiting to be drank during this.
Can you hold on for a minute? I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway and knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk, but...
Hey, Internet! Welcome back to Highway 47 Productions, another Star Trek The Next Generation commentary coming at you today, tonight, this morning, whatever time of day you're watching. I always want to say tonight because we record most of these in the evening. But, you can listen to it whenever you want because it's on the Internet, and the Internet doesn't run on, like, office time, like, some sort of simpleton would. I am Shaggy B. With me tonight is Draco Funk. How's it going, Draco?
It's going.
All right. Skrodrick is not with us. He is with family. Skrodrick Sr. is having some medical problems, but things are looking up from what I understand. So all is hopefully well, and send your good vibes to the Skrodrick family, 2 weeks ago, because this is not going to come out till quite a ways after now. But he'll be back with us as soon as he's able for an upcoming episode. But it's okay because I don't remember anything about this episode, and I don't, Draco, you don't remember anything about it, really, do you?
I remember, there's a lot of kids in it, and Wesley does some stuff, and...
Yeah. And so this one, it's okay if Skrodrick misses this one. He would have regretted being here, I think, at least as far as watching Star Trek would go. Maybe not hanging out with us, I don't know. But, if he's going to miss one, this one's all right. I don't remember a single thing about it. And I've brought a case of beer with me, and so hopefully by the end of this, I still won't remember anything about it. This is a Highway 47 experiment with using the power of adult beverages to help me get through an episode that I'm not looking forward to.
Ladies and gentlemen, please drink responsibly.
Absolutely. And we're obviously adults, and we're obviously, I'm in my own house. Like, really. Like, yeah.
Hey, just for reference, Will Wheaton's younger brother and sister are also in this episode.
Oh, cool. Are they in anything else, like, ever? Are they also actors, or is it just Will?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, what can you tell us about the ratings for this episode?
It has a awesome IMDb rating of 6.4. That's
surprisingly good.
That's not really a high. It's still in the sixes.
Yeah, but that puts it, about mid-range for Next Generation up to this point, doesn't it?
Well, it's below The Naked Now, above The Last Outpost, above Lonely Among Us and Justice.
Yeah.
It's 1 point better than Haven.
Well, there's that, I guess. So I guess what we're probably, I guess my prediction here, because I don't remember a single thing. My prediction here is that this is like the nadir of the bell curve, right? There's really good, enjoyable things on one upswing of the bell curve, like on the right side where it's, up in the high end of enjoyability. And then there's the left side where it swings up because it's so terrible that it's laughable. And so we're hitting that middle point, which is like the bottom where you don't care because it's so mediocre. Thank you all for joining us for this exciting episode of Star Trek, everybody. Well, can't put it off any longer, can we?
We're watching this on Netflix. And if you'd like to sync up to us, there will be a countdown. So hover your mouse's Xbox, PlayStation, whatever generic game console, controller, remote, DVD button, start. Use whatever phalanges you would like to hit that button when the countdown gets to 0.
Phalanges. That's a good one.
I've used that term 3 times today.
I think every time Skrodrick has said the word appendages, that's the word that is in the back of my head that I'm trying to search for, and I don't find it in time. Thank you for that. Now we've got it. We finally got the word phalanges in a recording, everybody. This is a Highway 47 milestone. That's what this is.
This is Star Trek The Next Generation. Season 1, Episode 16. We haven't actually mentioned that, have we?
No, now's a good time. I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're staring at a green screen with the title, and the file name and everything. But yeah, you're right. This is Season 1, Episode 16, When the Bough Breaks. And we'll see how far the cradle falls from the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So hover those phalanges on your whatever device starter you're going to use.
Hover your phalanges over your Dreamstation and press play when we tell you to. I want hover your phalanges over your Dreamstation to be the subtitle for this episode.
Make it so.
Hi, Captain. All right, this is Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1, Episode 16, When the Bough Breaks. And when I get my clock up so I can actually do the countdown, we will be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Huh.
Oh, what an intro.
Oh, it's going to be about kids.
Oh, good. Well, glad I already got that beer open.
Oh.
I don't think that guy needs calculus.
That guy's like, guy's not my kid.
Riker's like, what the hell is calculus? Why is there duct tape on the... Okay. There's like painter's tape on the wall.
They're doing some touch-up.
Any of you know what the hell calculus is?
Worf's like, calculus. Warriors don't do calculus.
Oh, you can take the derivative of the... Okay. Except maybe a calculus exam. I'm going to stop there.
It's like the entire senior staff standing behind.
It's like a bar.
Will be the only time Riker shows any interest in anything archaeological.
That probably is, yeah.
It would later make more sense for Picard and Riker to be reversed.
It really, really would. All graphing parabolas. I can't stop with the math jokes, guys.
Even if it's a cloaked planet, shouldn't they be able to detect the gravity?
That's a good point. Oh, there it is. Oh, hey, a distortion.
Get out of the way, Doctor. She's trying to, defend the ship.
Hey, a gas giant. There can't be people there. Right?
Don't bite your tongue, Riker.
I keep wanting Aldea to be Dulcinea. Like I'm thinking Don Quixote. Don Quixote is for them. Oh, hey, don't hit the button.
The skip intro button. Don't do that. Because we're not going to.
Yeah.
So this episode originally aired February 13th, 1988. Is that
February?
a Friday? I doubt it.
I don't remember. It's been a while. Let me look it up. It was a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is directed by Kim Manners.
Is that like the mother of Kim Possible?
Maybe. I doubt it, though.
I doubt it too.
By the way, Jeremy Wheaton.
Mm-hmm. Will Wheaton's brother, I assume.
He was in. He played Mason. He's uncredited in this episode, but he did some work for. He's the radio station caller's voice in the Grand Theft Auto series of video games.
Really?
Yes, he was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, and Grand Theft Auto 4.
Huh. That's kind of interesting because I find a lot of I played Vice City a lot, and the radio is like the best part of the game.
This isn't the first time they've seen cloaking devices. I mean, maybe on this series.
On this scale, yeah. Well, as we've established, everybody on this crew was born yesterday, so...
Actually, is this the first time they have seen a cloaking device in this series?
I think so, in Next Generation, yeah. You've had the wheel for how long? You've had pants for at least 10,000 years?
Probably longer.
Yeah.
Who is he?
I don't know, but he's not just the president of the Hair Club for Men, he's a client.
He's been in other things I've seen.
Yeah, I recognize him too, but I don't know from what. They carry horrible diseases. Throw this in the garbage. Why you constantly broadcast the names of all your crew on an open frequency, I don't know.
It's not a dream world to them.
I mean, they've never seen imaginary people appear right before their eyes from nothing before, I'm sure.
Uh,
They took the brunette and the redhead. It's a weird orbit.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be all them. Yeah. Everything just tastes dandelion for a second. And it felt really good. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Stop probing the children. Their super advanced technology is only to have 2 prongs on a fork.
Yes. Well, 3 would be heresy, and 4 is, well,
We don't even talk about 4.
yeah.
So I have to say, I picked up a new monitor at a thrift store,
Mhm.
and the colors are really, really vivid compared to all of the other computer monitors I have. And I'm really impressed watching this with like the costuming in this episode. It's really nice to look at. Like everything is really colorful and it's really cool. So I hope you have a nice TV. Internet.
So, in the first scene of Big Trouble in Little China, he's a lawyer.
Okay. Because 2 of you have blue eyes, of course.
No, Green Eyes. They were looking for Green Eyes.
Mm.
You know, there was a better way to ask for that.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, we need your children, they could have like said, can you help us with fertility? You know?
Yeah, that'd be a good place to start.
He also plays Samuel Clemens later in the series.
Really? Same
Yes.
actor? Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm impressed.
Hi. Bye.
No. Are you sure? I want that guy's sweater. I want that instrument.
Oh. Why didn't they take all the children? Why only some of them?
Well, I mean, they didn't want to be about it.
Hey, there's one of those short uniforms.
Oh, hey.
I don't think she'll have to gather the parents. They should be coming.
I'd imagine they'd be storming the bridge, yeah.
They're an extremely, extremely advanced civilization, right?
Yeah. Clone the children and send the originals back.
They're just going to resort to kidnapping 6 children for an entire planet. I don't want to be mean, but That's 6 children. That's not going to do anything to save their population.
I mean, maybe they could, like... I don't even want to think about what they could do. How do they all know Wesley?
I mean, you know, everybody knows him.
His name's Steve. He comes in about 6 o'clock. Sleeps out the bathrooms.
No, that's Scruffy's the custodian.
Doesn't kidnap more children, huh? Have to sleep in the back. I'll clean out the brooms. I, for one, salute our new alien overlords. Find a uniform that fits.
She is way, way too calm.
Yes.
She is way too calm. She would not be this calm.
I mean, her son has been abducted how many times by now, and she's yelled at the captain how many times, and he's been a douche about actually doing something how many times now?
He treated her like a dick in the last episode.
Mm-hmm. Stockholm Syndrome, that's what it is.
I'm sorry, the plot of this episode is a lot thinner than any of the other episodes.
Yep. Yeah, that's all right. I've got more beer. His eyes match his uniform. Like, he has really deep blue eyes, which I noticed on my new monitor that I bought for $25. You know what's the best way to reassure children? Every time you see them, just tell them outright that they shouldn't be afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Hi, don't be afraid. Everything's fine. How are you? I'm okay. Good. You shouldn't worry at all. There's no reason to worry. You sure? Yes, of course. You can't pick him. You're both in yellow and he's in blue. You will be.
You will be.
Okay.
That was Yoda who said that.
Yes, it was. But, you know, he was talking about Darth Vader and then the march, you know. He looks like a musician.
Would have been better if, like, Masorsky walked out. Like, drunk old Masorsky.
That's exactly the right look. That moment is exactly why Will Wheaton is a great actor. Like, that face and reaction. And that's probably the most license they ever gave him on the show. I need to make a gif of, like, just that. You must learn to accept, and then that face. That is perfect.
I never realized that's like, this is like his best acting I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, actually. I mean, what that's making me think is that I need to see more stuff that he's done, because like I've never seen, was it Stand By Me that he got famous from?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've actually ever sat down and watched that either.
Yeah, I never have.
They're all way too calm. I'm serious.
To be fair, Picard and Riker are not parents. And at this point in the series, Picard's an asshole and Riker is a sycophant. So, as their characters exist at this stage, it makes sense. Crusher, I agree with you, though. She should be, like, rioting.
Think about how she was when they were at the sex planet.
Yeah, that's what she should be doing now.
Yes.
One way or another, we've got to get an away team down on the planet.
I still don't understand how taking 6 children for an entire planet is going to do anything. And that this advanced of a civilization would just think taking 6 children would change anything.
To be fair, at this point, we haven't seen any other people besides those like 8 or 9 people in that one room. Like, we don't know if there is any more population. Like,
if they're that desperate, again, 6 children who are just going to inherit the planet.
Yeah, I mean, they would get maybe 2 generations out of it before they would die of inbreeding, but still.
I mean, let me play devil's advocate. That's not even... Wesley's too old anyway for them to do anything except have him continuously try and undermine whatever they're planning.
I think the point is they want him to be like the societal leader. It's like the controller in Spock's brain. The progenitor is nice. So you don't die. God.
Maintenance.
There he is. He's playing Put This in a Box. Oh. I kind of want one of those. Man, imagine not having to like develop skills in like creativity. It bears mentioning, Internet, that Draco Funk and I both have degrees in music. Yeah, imagine not having had to do that. I don't think I want that. I would rather have done it like the hard way.
We don't know. And that doesn't worry you?
A lot of people are really happy to be completely ignorant of their surroundings.
I've never been that way.
Me either. That's probably why we like Star Trek. And why we get along.
Shut up, Data. Shut up, Data.
Oh, you're pulling a fast one. You're Tasha's still back there with her arms folded.
Yeah.
This is the second episode in a row where she's done nothing. Well, you can compensate me by pandering to my f***ing emotions. Yeah.
That's a better look for Crusher right there. Like the death glare at him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, well, okay. Clone the children. Ask all the parents on the Enterprise if any of them would be willing to have their children cloned and left on the planet.
or, something less creepy, like...
I mean, I'll give you that that's creepy, but...
Egg donations,
Yeah, that's true. In vitro fertilization, that sort of thing.
Yeah, all of that stuff. That would have been a better thing that even today's society, I think, would have resorted to before kidnapping.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll just be obvious about this.
There's no way she didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, she's ignorant of everything that's ever happened in the universe, so...
That is true. She wouldn't be... Like, he's waving his hand above my head, weirdly.
I totally almost bought a set of stoneware, kind of like that red stuff, except it was, like, black the other day. But it was, like, service for 13, and there's only ever, like, 2 people in my house, so,
I know for a fact there's been at least 4.
Yeah, but there's not been 13, and we don't want that. I mean, you've seen this house.
Yeah. They'll only use that effect like 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah, per season.
That was like almost Warp 7.
Almost. It's close to it. Oh, Borg Cube. Wait, they don't know what those are.
No, it was Gump 2. Or that guy, the Dowd. Remember?
I don't remember the Dowd.
He killed all the Hoosnock.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh my gosh, you don't?
No.
He was like an omnipotent being that wasn't a Q.
I remember the one who made the fake Yamato.
That was from the next season where Silence has lease.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it though.
I just call him Big Purple Face.
Yeah, that guy.
No, the Dowd, he looked like a human.
I don't remember him. I gotta see how she plays music here. I'll bet I could break it. I need one of those. Oh, it's the tune they used in episode 4. You need to teach her how to resolve that 7th chord. Wonder how long of a clip of that I could actually like splice in right here. I might do that. So they're trying to rebuild their population, and so they've got a musician and a sculptor, somebody too old, and someone who likes to play hide and seek. So I'm into their culture, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe they might want, like, I don't know, a farmer also.
That's what that other girl's gonna do.
Did you notice Yara had a line?
She did.
Yeah. You wait till he's taking a shit and then he's ready.
David's like, what?
It's because they're clones. I think I remember now. Are they clones? Are they all clones? I think they're all clones. Are they clones?
No, you're on the wrong episode.
Oh, okay.
That's Up the Long Ladder.
Oh, okay. Radiation? Leprosy?
No,
Syphilis?
radiation.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a touch of syphilis.
Just polishing the dolphin. That is a dolphin. No, not a fish. He just said that. Well, that's not one. So you still haven't seen it.
We do not mention the birth parents.
He says that this isn't a fish.
Keep polishing that dolphin.
Keep it up. It's almost smooth.
What does the Enterprise need with an oceanographer?
The same thing that God needs with a starship. It's like squash and like prime rib.
I could go for some squash and prime rib.
Me too. That sounds really good. Meanwhile, later,
he sleeps in his clothes. I guess they didn't bring anything
they didn't
else
give
down.
him any other clothes. Yeah. It's a good thing he didn't go into the death chamber doorway instead of the transporter doorway.
Why are you whispering? Like, who's going to hear you?
This is like the Mars arrangement of the Star Trek theme song, like the melody. It's like the Gustav Holst militarized thing, sort of.
They're really overusing those synthesized bells.
You're like 8, right? You're old enough to figure this out.
Trump?
Did you hear? There was a news release like this week that there is now a projection that the ozone layer will completely regenerate by 2050.
Huh.
Yeah, because we've, lowered our emissions of CFCs enough. Now, if we get China to stop making them too, it might be sooner, but,
India also.
Yeah. All right, final beer.
That's a good idea. He likes working with the wood.
More beer. Petting the dribble. I'm talking to the children.
Tasha's doing her thing. Has Worf said an entire thing this episode?
Yeah, he pointed out the distortion.
Oh, yeah.
If only I knew calculus.
Worf's like, I could go.
Who wants more squash? That looks really good. No, not really. She's actually a pretty good actress for being that young.
Mm-hmm. Where's O'Brien? He should be the one beaming him down.
He might be in there. They didn't show it.
That's true.
Is that the same room they use for Sarjenka in the second season episode called
Pen Pals?
Yes. Thank you.
I actually really like that episode.
I do too, yeah.
That would help.
Yeah. Clearly, Captain Impotence. That was cruel even for me. Oh, hey, we stuck together long enough. Can we eat now?
I ran into Commander Riker. Give her a hug, damn it.
Give her a hug, you dick. There you go. That's all she wanted.
I had that in my mouth.
And my butt.
Oh. It's the children. Fake news.
We have the best cloaking device. Everybody knows.
Radiation poisoning's a hoax.
It's a Chinese hoax.
It's Ferengi hoax. We have the best scientists looking at this. They're tools of the liberal media.
Fire her and then promote somebody who doesn't know.
Wesley got so excited there.
I have a lot of dolphins. At least give him the tool. The sculpting tool. Give him the thing that he carved. I was wrong.
We're going to let you do that yourself.
Oh, hey. A reactor. This is actually kind of an impressive shot.
It is.
I wonder how they did it in 1988.
You're probably getting a very big dose of radiation right now.
Yeah, turning it off would be a really good idea. It's covered in lead. You're fine. and rock and roll will live forever. Hi, I'm a child on the bridge, and I've brought another child onto the bridge. It's actually a really cool little jumpsuit. Like,
Warping out of orbit?
I think it's stuck to him with her snot. Like, that is like 100% boogers gluing that to his uniform right there.
Well, the bow broke.
It did, and
The cradle fell.
we survived the fall, I think. What are your thoughts? Yeah.
It's one of those. It's just the first season episode, and
Well, it wasn't all bad. I mean, I think there was some.
my biggest problem with it is the whole plot of it is just not something I.
My biggest problem with it is the entire plot is terrible.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It wasn't all bad though. Like, there was some good character development. I think Wesley was developed really well. I don't think Wesley continues to develop in the same direction. But I'm gonna give as much of the benefit of the doubt here as I can, and say that that's forgivable because the character is young. You know?
That's fine. My biggest problem is the plot.
The entire plot is horrible and awful.
I feel like here's what they did. They sat down and said, "Hey, let's do a Wesley episode where somebody kidnaps the kids." And they're like, "Why would they kidnap kids?" And that they came up with a stupid reason.
That's exactly what happened. I'm sure of it.
They should have come up with a better reason. Fine, keep everything else, but the reason they took the kids was stupid.
Well, what would have been a better reason? I guess. I'm going to put you on the spot. Like, what could they have come up with?
They needed some sort of genetic material that could only be obtained from the children, and they needed to have a replenishing source of it because, you know what would have been a better reason? They had all these, like robot mechanized things that could only for some reason be powered by children. Like, let's go the Japanese route. That would have been better.
So, like, if this had been Neon Genesis Evangelion, whatever. If this had been that as Star Trek, it would have been a better episode. If Wesley Crusher had been
powering it, driving an Eva, like slaying space monsters.
That actually would have been a really good episode. And the problem with that though is that I'm about to go down a really dark road, and I'm going to mention the time that Voyager did something like that and they got The Rock. Because I feel like that's the best that Rick Berman could do in that sort of genre.
Wasn't that one of his first times like acting?
It was, and what better stage than Star Trek Voyager to do it on? But I think you're right though. Like there needed to be some sort of situation where youth was a factor, right? Like youth isn't really a factor in the sense that okay, everybody on the planet's dying. We need more people. If they're that desperate, right, where they have to just kidnap people from a starship. Do they have to take why take the little kids that they have no experience in dealing with versus like even young adults? Why not take like all the junior officers? Why not take all of the lieutenant junior grades? Something like that.
All the ensigns.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of taking the children, because then they have to raise the children, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they're all, at least nominally functional adults, then it doesn't matter if they all die before they grow up, right? Because they're old enough to fend for themselves.
Yeah, and they only took 6
instead of like 200.
Yeah. I mean, if they just wanted to steal children, why lure a armed starship to your planet instead of,
and for that matter, like, did you notice in the school that they didn't take all of the children that were there? There were like half a dozen other kids. Yeah, exactly. So why? Yeah. So I guess what we're saying is that you have to disregard the entire premise and plot of the episode to see anything positive.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching with us.
Hope you all enjoyed it. I can't wait to edit this and see whether or not drinking 5 beers was a good idea during this episode or not.
Our next episode is Home Soil.
I don't remember that one either.
It's like a Geordie and Data episode, I think.
Oh, good.
Maybe.
Remember,
it has a higher IMDb rating.
Oh, that's good at least.
By 0.4%.
Okay. Remember in the last episode when I said that we had hit the part of the first season where I hit the wall, like the marathon runner wall, where I'm just like, oh God, I just have to survive this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling the burn right now. We'll get through it. And
after the next episode, it does start getting pretty good.
Yeah.
There are still a couple.
There is some shit to plow through for sure.
After that, there's only 2 episodes that I'm not that excited about it.
Yeah.
All the other ones are at least a little bit.
Yeah, once we hit episode 20, then it's, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there, I think.
No.
I don't remember what episode 20 is.
Episode 20 is actually one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Well, anyway, we hope you all enjoyed. Leave a message in the comments if you think I should drink beer when we record or not. Leave a message in the comments anyway, and tell your friends. Like, we've got a good body of work built up at this point, and I'm starting to feel like we should have, a handful more subscribers. And I'm looking at the analytics, and it's like 1 view, 1 view, 1 view. Like, spread the word. Like, we're doing this for fun, and it's not like we're gonna stop doing it because we don't have a lot of people watching. But like, maybe somebody who would enjoy our style of humor, and you could tell them to like listen to our bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
smash that like button, bro, and ding that bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
email Harry Potter crockpot recipes at gmail.com.
Yeah. I actually love crockpot recipes.
Yeah.
Preferably if there's a gluten-free option to make them.
That's true. And that actually is really important, by the way. Draco Funk actually has like he has severe like hospital worthy reactions to gluten exposure. Like it's not like a hipster like California thing. I'm sorry, Californians. It's not like he's trying to get in touch with the earth or whatever. Like, he actually like can't have it. So,
that is true.
Yeah. Yeah, make it like actually gluten-free for like actual reasons, and not just because you're a hipster. If you are a hipster and you know something about gluten-free food, then I'm sorry, and please send your recipes anyway.
Yeah. Hey, also, we've started doing commentaries of the Orville also.
That's true, and we're going to be probably behind season 2's launch, as we just posted. Episode 1 should go up.
It went up before this episode came out.
Yeah, it will have gone up on I want to say 14th. Yeah, that sounds right. This is going out like the 23rd or something like that.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, by the way. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, yesterday, I guess. Or not, I don't remember.
But maybe you're having another one today because you do more than one Thanksgiving. I've done that before.
Yeah, absolutely. My Thanksgiving tradition is probably a story for, well, I don't know, later, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Anyway, we'll see y'all on the flip side. Send Scradrick and Scradrick Senior your good vibes and everything else.
Good night.
Good night,
Or
everybody.
good morning. Good day.
morning, everybody.
Afternoon.
Good day,
Evening.
everybody. Good evening, everybody.
And goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Happens to me. Happens to me. You.
Goodbye, everybody.